Whenever you think the best can't get better, there's always that one guy who has this way of proving you wrong, and that's really what we're looking at here in this new 2015 Jayco Pinnacle Model 36 KPTS. Jayco made some huge changes for the 2015s. You know, there's good, better, and best, and this definitely belongs to the last category. They made this product a little bit larger this year. They made it wide body, meaning it's 8.5 wide. It's going to mean bigger living rooms, bigger bathrooms, more living space. But they kept all the quality, they kept the double length warranty, they kept the higher end features like the MoRide pin box that we're looking at here that we opt in. Inside of this are these giant rubber dampeners, and what happens is when this truck's going down the road with the trailer on it and you hit a big bump, that rubber dampening system is going to take a lot of that shock out of there. This one here that I'm filming right now is the boss's demo. Mr. Haylett himself pulls this fifth wheel. That's how much he believes in Jayco. He could tow anything. He chooses this RV. That should tell you something. He always has them equipped with the onboard generator system at 5500 or Cummins there. And the thing to remember here is this is absolutely a cut above. Also, another good point I should mention while I'm thinking about it, we sell a lot of these. So this video is really meant for informational, demonstrational purposes. I'm kind of showing you what these are like and what the cool points are about Pinnacles, the things that are available. The one that we have in stock, by the time you see this video or purchase this, may not be the exact same unit that I'm filming today. So I don't want to confuse you. I want you to understand every RV is built and is the best for different reasons. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that make Pinnacles the best. This includes the new 6-point auto leveling system, which is, I feel, an upgrade above and beyond what they offered last year. It's just easier to use, it's faster, it's more powerful. I feel it's a little more stable when it's on the ground. You'll notice, here, let me walk right up and show you. You can see my reflection plain as day in this thing, and I'm on the dark side of the trailer. Pretty darn cool. This is all true high gloss gel coat. We like to add the awning toppers to anything this size generally. You'll notice it has both a front and rear fiberglass cap. Everything on a Jayco is vacuum laminated, fully vacuum laminated. So a lot of trailers you can walk up to and thump the sides. Well, look over at the sidewalls of the slide out. You probably can't do that. Amazingly, even in this price bracket, most manufacturers still cut corners like that, and it's really a shame considering the investment that you're looking to put into these. I didn't zoom in on it, but we do like to equip these with the Class 3 accessory hitch. Perfect for if you want to add a bike rack or a little cargo tray, anything like that. Now notice, there are 2 power awnings on this unit. Here's your first one. And then we add a second one on the face of this slide out. The reason we do that, this door side slide's very cool. It gives you tons of room inside. It makes it so large and comfortable. The problem is that it cuts your awning in half. So we eliminated that problem and added a second awning. You'll notice standard are the frameless bonded windows. The advantage here is your seal is underneath the window, where it's less exposed to sun, wind, rain, weather. It's less likely to degrade. Now, another thing I want to point out is the awning lights on these new awnings. Notice how it's actually mounted at the base of the awning. The idea there is that when you're camping, it's going to shed light on your campsite, not at the neighbors, and it's indirect light, not shining directly at your face. Huge pass-through storage, since this is a drop frame coach. And notice that we have these handy struts holding the doors open for us, so you don't have to try to do that old game where you hold the door open with your head and then get what you want and duck out of the way real quick. This is an outside TV mount, by the way. Some people ask me what that bracket is. There you go. They're even starting to pay attention and putting their outside speakers down here low, right where they belong. They used to always mount these speakers up top. The problem with that is you have to turn them up so loud that to hear them you're blowing the neighbor away. Oh, before I forget, something to point out. 4 entry steps. A lot of coaches this size have a triple, and if you're like my grandmother, she's had a couple knee replacements. That was a problem for her. Keyless entry system. You notice here you've got the touchpad entry system, very much like you would your pickup truck or car. Now this is something else that's a little bit new this year. This gigantic residential refrigerator with lower freezer. It's very fashion forward, very cool stuff. You see all the storage space you get. It's like a 16 cubic foot or something like that. It's bigger than you'd ever hope to get in most RVs. What's really neat about it, when you close this thing up, is both the top and bottom half have these little travel locks. So these doors are not going to pop open on you while you're going down the road. There you go. Another very cool thing I spotted is a trash can holder. How cool is that? Now notice too the little indirect lighting on the toe kick. Where I think that's cool is if you do have a guest, let's say they're sleeping over on that sleeper sofa that we have over here, it is going to help them kind of weave their way through the trailer at night instead of stubbing their toes on things. As long as we're standing here in the kitchen, I want to show you one of my favorite things, and that is what I call the Griddle Station. You have this huge, big chunk of countertop here, and you have a perfect little power outlet built right into the countertop. Toasters, griddles, blenders for margarita time, say. I mean, it's awesome. This is all true solid surface countertops, stainless steel, under-mounted sinks, extremely deep. You see how far down my arm goes in that. Very much residential, upgraded hardware here in the kitchen. Basically everything in this is going to be the best you can imagine in an RV. Let me kind of step back here. Right from the entry door when you walk in, this is sort of the view that you have. And immediately you're just, at least I am, I'm blown away by what I see. This roof fixture absolutely floors me. Every time I see it, it's like something straight out of a high-end bus motorhome. Now you see we have this Max Air fan up here that has a wall control on it, so you can simply turn that thing on from ground level. You don't have to you don't have a step ladder to get up there. Notice in a Pinnacle, this is all real hardwood, stained. This is not a wrap. This is not lumber core with a wrap, and we have residential hidden hinge cabinetry. Everything is the best it possibly could be here. Easy centralized control panel station, onboard generator controls. You see we have our central air controller, central air and central heat. I still have some people ask me, well, is a Pinnacle rated for cold weather camping? And the answer is heck yes. This thing is made for any season camping. These vents, these two vents that you see up here, that is your cold air return. You will not visibly see the air conditioner in the living room of this Jayco. That is because they use what's called a whisper quiet AC system. It only creates about 10% of the noise that you'd normally get from an RV. Now, you know how when your air kicks on and you have to start talking like this? You don't have to do that in this trailer. It's not an issue. I love the entertainment center. I like a side entertainment center. The reason I like it on this side of the trailer is because it leaves all these windows open looking at your campsite. And isn't that where you want your windows? Because right out there, that's where your campfire is. That's where you want to be looking. That's where you want to watch the grandparent or the grandkids, if nothing else for safety reasons. You know, you want to keep an eye on them. The fireplace down here, we call it a fireplace. It's truly an electric space heater. I think it's roughly 8,000 BTUs. Don't quote me on that. They're all slightly different, but it's very close. And that will do a fantastic job of knocking down the cold air in your living area here. You know, just to save on some propane costs. You know, you figure most parks, unless you're there seasonally, you already bought their electricity. Why not use it? Now, notice all the way around the windows, they're using very nice window treatments. They even wood frame all the way around it. And that's real wood. You heard my ring clicking off of that right there. Every ounce they can, they'll dress up nicely, but still make it functional. You see how you have the storage cabinetry above the sofa, above the chairs. A lot of manufacturers are starting to cut those out to save cost. But they tell you, oh, look how much bigger our slide feels. Yeah, but you got nowhere to keep stuff. I love this seat. This is kind of a little his and hers Loveseat. And you see that each side reclines individually. And I'm not going to sit in it right now because I don't want to get up whenever I sit in them. The windows in these may or may not be thermal pane, even with the frameless windows that you saw. I can't tell you offhand what this one is equipped with. However, I take the time on every one of our listings to clearly explain every single option you're getting so you know exactly what you're getting for your dollar. Oh, even the flooring in this is upgraded. Industry standard flooring is stuff called Bow Floor or something just like it. It'll have a 2-year cold crack guarantee. This is called Diamond Floor. It has 50% more guarantee from the manufacturer than pretty much anything else anyone is using. That's the, again, type of commitment that Jayco's making to you with your investment here. Just a big look at the kitchen. We haven't even looked at the storage space here. And look at this monster. You know what I love about that? Is not only is that a ridiculous amount of storage, but if you notice with these little teeth here, this is removable shelving. You can customize that storage space to whatever your needs are. Very cool. Holy cow, I'm running really long on this video, but there's so much to talk about. Here's a small thing I love, because I don't just sell these, I don't just record these videos. I'm a camper too. I look in here and I go, oh my gosh, they actually put a coat closet in right when I walk in the door. It sounds silly, right? I mean, why would you even talk about that? Because most manufacturers don't do it. It's incredible. Walking up here, we have an oversized hallway window, and there you can see another Jayco. But I like these new pull-down shades. You've got a dual element pull-down shade here that can really just black out the sun. If you're like me and you just don't like light when you're sleeping, these things will allow you to really just clock out and block out the world. I like that, clock out and block out. I'm going to start using that. Tell my wife that I'm going to clock out and block out what she says. She'll probably hit me and I'll clock back in very quickly. Anyway, king bed, standard in a Pinnacle. And the reason I say standard is because most manufacturers will build a queen bed standard with an optional king. The problem with that is when you upgrade to the king, there's no room to get around the bed on this side. Because they planned this for the king, you still have that extra 6 or 8 inches to weave around it. There is storage underneath of this, so you do still have space under there. You notice both sides of the bed have windows, and they do open. You can get cross ventilation everywhere in here. Now, the front cabinet here, it's called their walk-in closet because I can literally stand in the thing. It's cedar lined, so it smells awesome, keeps the moths away. Tons and tons of storage space. And it's the home for your handheld Dyson vacuum cleaning system. Battery powered, recharges, built right here into the wall. So it hides right out of the way when you don't need it. It's lightweight. My grandmother can use this thing. Now here's another cool thing. This little silver tab up here, it's just like the light control in your refrigerator. As soon as you open your door, the light goes on. When you close it, the light goes off. It's the silliest little things that get me excited about these, because those are the usability features every single day that you're touching that you want. This closet right here has slatted doors because this is washer-dryer prepped, but you don't see it. So the question is, well, what do you mean it's washer-dryer prepped? Because if you notice, well, I got some dust on my lens there, but this wall is not as deep as that wall. That is because behind that panel is your washer-dryer prep. If you don't want to see plumbing in your bedroom, you don't have to in this. That's what's really, really cool about it. Most of the time in these big units, we add the second air conditioner. In a Jayco, your second AC is also centralized. And not only that, comes with its own thermostat. So the problem with most RVs when you add the second AC is it's non-centralized, so you'll just be shivering to death up here. Or if it is centralized, the thermostat is back in the living room. Well, I don't care what the temperature is down there, because I'm in here and I'm sweating to death because all the cold air rolled downstairs, so it tricked the thermostat into saying stop. So you don't have that problem here. And it also amazes me how many bathrooms and fifth wheels I walk in that don't have a place to put towels. And you see that you have basically a floor-to-ceiling linen cabinet here. And again, another one of these giant oversized fans so you can have some nice airflow moving. If you leave this door open and your windows open in the living room, you will keep a nice breeze rolling through your fifth wheel at all times. Now notice, even here in the bathroom, they kept the same solid surface countertop material. They made everything line up. They made everything the same and uniform. They didn't chintz out where you see what happens is most people when they're shopping for RVs, they get excited about the kitchen and then they stop. And Jayco continues to push through all the way through and give you the highest quality product they can anywhere. Now another thing to notice in here, I'm 6'3". You know, I mean, you can, if you see me here in the mirror, I'm a pretty tall guy. You can see how tall I am compared to this doorway here. This bedroom is a true walk-in bedroom because it has this big domed roof right here. I can stand all the way with my arm against this wall and my head still doesn't touch. And even on the side of the trailer where it hasn't yet had a chance to arch up as high. Like I said, this is made to be very residential, very comfortable, very plush. It is hands down one of the nicest fifth wheels that has ever been made to date. And that's why we're really excited and proud to offer these. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett Auto and RV of Coldwater, Michigan.